Today we are reviewing the all-new GWM P-Series and we are seeing what makes this bakkie the ideal sweet spot in the dominated segment. Welcome back to Auto Advisor. My name is Prisho Naidu and we're going to start off with the front end design of the car. Starting with the black grille, which looks quite menacing. You have a steel bumper and a winch at the bottom here, which can tow up to 4.2 tons if you're stuck in a sticky situation with another bakkie. So beneath the bonnet of the P-Series, you simply just pop it over. It's also operated via a gas strut. Beneath the bonnet, the engine is powered by a 2-liter turbo engine pushing out 120 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters of torque. There's also a 12-volt accessory, which I cannot seem to find. Alright, so from the side profile of the P-Series Limited, you have your snorkel, your matte black body cladding, your 18-inch wheels. That's also in black with your red calipers, which gives it a very sporty flair. And it's also wrapped in your all-terrain tires, which are very chunky and provides a perfect balance for off-roading conditions. Alright, now you also have your steel steps along with your black roof rail and a black sports bar at the back end of the car. In terms of color palette, it's called Mars Red. And making our way to the rear end design of the P-Series Limited, it features these nice dynamic tail lights along with your steel bumper. You also have a towing capacity of 3,000 kilograms. And if you want to open your boot, you just simply press it like that. It's also operated via a gas strut. And you feel like being like a gangster like myself today, just pull out your step ladder and hop in the rear space and back end of your bakkie. So sitting in the back of the P-Series, one can say that it is one of the most roomiest rear passenger seats here in the bakkie segment, so to say. I do like it. It feels very premium. I like the fact that you don't feel claustrophobic at all. In terms of charging sources, you have your 220 volt socket along with your USB port. You have your pockets for your files and that sorts, and also storage space for your drinks. You can simply put it on the side of the door panels right here. You do feature a armrest, but it doesn't have cup holders, so just simply pop it over right here on the side of the door. In terms of another feature that I like about the car is that practicality and space, and if you need more space, you can simply pop over the seats. If you have more groceries or you simply just want to put extra stuff here in your bakkie as another alternative, given that you have space in the back as well. So we're inside the P-Series cabin, and from the get-go, I like the cabin. It's very luxurious, if one could say. The seats are simply plush. It's made out of compounds of leatherette, it's a synthetic leather compound. In terms of the overall points, I do like diamond quilted stitching on the seats and most of the side panels. It kind of resembles a bit of the G-Wagon like qualities, but obviously it's not a G-Wagon. In terms of the dashboard and the display, everything looks quite solid. The feel of it is all solid. I like touch icons as well. And when we come to the middle center console, you have your 9-inch infotainment screen, your climate control actions, heated seats, your diff locks control, and your 360-degree camera, along with your car settings, just to see your parking sensors and all that sorts. And entering the middle, you have your off-road cruise control, this one nifty feature that also is handy if you're going off-road and you're stuck in a tricky turn. It's called Trail Assist, which basically reduces your turning radius by 3 meters, making you able to maneuver those situations easier. And in the middle, you also have your driving modes when you're going off-road, your 2H, 4H, and 4L, along with mud, snow, and sand. Cup holder section, you have plentiful storage here. Make your way to the steering wheel. It's quite a chunky steering wheel. You could say it's 4-spoke steering wheel. You have your adaptive cruise control, your buttons that operate the multimedia function system, along with your 7-inch digital cluster, which gives you your facts and figures. It's not the best tech-friendly one. One could say it's very simple. Just gives you your range, your trip meter, and also it just tells you your tire pressure if you want to know. Another feature is its voice control. You just press it if you want to play some music for me. And overall, I think the cabin of this car just feels luxurious, given, that it is a bond of leatherette compounds. But I like it. It feels very plush, and I do like the brown accents on the seats. I think in terms of its design, it's friendly. It's user friendly. It does have wireless charging in the middle, along with your 2 USB ports. In terms of your connectivity, it is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto friendly. However, you do need your adapter to connect it to your phone. It can't just connect, which is one of a bit of a schlep features of the car. A few drawbacks for me: I don't really like the sound system of the car. I feel like they could have done a bit more improvement on that side, but all in all, I'm very impressed with this interior, and I think the P-Series really is one that stands out. In terms of the driving experience so far, I'm taking the car off-road, and it is powered by a 2-liter turbo diesel engine, and it is not the most best in terms of what it offers. What I've felt in day-to-day city drivings on intersections and that sort, it does tend to be a bit laggy. And as you can notice, I'm going over bumps right now, and the suspension is definitely on the firm side. You definitely feel every bump, and it literally goes into your spine, so you do feel every bump. It doesn't do a good job at absorbing it. I think the drivetrain is a bit not the best. However, I think in terms of driving the car and overall fuel consumption, I achieved 10 liters per 100 kilometers. The P-Series, the claim consumption for this car is about 9.5 liters per 100. So it is a bit heavy in that aspect. And another thing to note is when you're driving on highway speeds and the altitudes, the wind noise does tend to affect because of the snorkel. So you do have a lot of wind noise and resistance of that. So getting into the safety features of the P-Series Limited, it does come with forward collision warning and also hill climb assist, along with lane center keeping and ABS braking with EBD, and it also has traction control. So those are safety features to keep in mind. In terms of airbags, you get about 7 airbags, dual and front and side curtain airbags into the mix. Out of the competitors, I think value for money is the proposition that's offered here. You would be paying 300,000 less than a top spec Hilux, and you would get a lot more features for the car. However, I think the long-term effect of the car, the long-term idea of holding it and retaining its value for the price tag of the car is, I don't know if it can. Only time will tell, but what I suspect is I don't think it will hold its value as well. But all in all, I think GWM is on a good path with this. I think if they just fixed the drive feel of the car, I think it will be a very reasonable value proposition to present to consumers.